Okay, thank you very much. My topic is intercultural sensitivity and religious beliefs among Thai students at the International University in Thailand. So, as you know, the development of technology and internet connection has resulted in globalization across educational and professional society. So, this increases the presence of students with different ethnic and cultural backgrounds within the institution campuses. And we'll talk about intercultural communication. It's become more important to the global forces within and across community because being competent in the intercultural communication can help smooth immersion of people into the different groups. So the intercultural competence is a multidimensional construct regarding the statutes, knowledge and abilities required for appropriately and effectively respond to culturally different people. And when we talk about the intercultural sensitivity, it's one of the three dimensions of intercultural communication. So this concern the affective aspect, which affect the individual to understand the intercultural others and appropriately and effectively adjust their behavioral expressions. I'm gonna talk about the role of the religion. The religions become more important for individuals to develop intercultural sensitivity because religion reflects an in-group characteristics in its development is progress aligned with the culture for cooperative facilitation. So in this study, so we treat the religion is understood from the ideological dimension, which refers to the set of beliefs about nature and ultimate purpose of life. So, for the Buddhism is understood as the beliefs about nature and the ultimate purpose of human beings shaped by the Buddha's archetype. So, this religion provides not only the guidelines for how people should communicate, but rules to guide people's interaction. So, the previous research on religion indicated that individuals prefer to gravitate towards others whose religion is similar to their own. And some research also shows that by having the only one religion and the religious disparity can instigate the social conflicts and dissimulation. So with the increase of globalization has posed more challenges to all student individuals in their educational institutions, especially at higher educational level. So it is necessary for students to be interculturally sensitive in order to assimilate and strive for desirable success in the increasing intercultural society. So our paper address four research questions. What is the level of intercultural sensitivity of Thai Buddhist students? And does the level of intercultural sensitivity vary according to the importance of their religious beliefs? And does their friendship with culturally and religiously different others vary according to their religious beliefs? And does the frequency of their cross-cultural contact in and outside the campus varying according to the religious beliefs? So for the methodology, so for the demographic data of the participants, so we have the 88 participants participated in the study. All of them are Buddhist, and the gender, the majority of them are female and have the traveling abroad and studying abroad. And only 23.8% have friends from the other culture or religion. And most of them scarcely or frequently contact with the peers from other culture and religion inside and outside the campus. For the questionnaire that for the instrument that we use, we divide it into two sections: the demographic information, and we also have the questions concerning the demographic section. So we have the demographic information like age, gender, and religion, practice, and major. And also we have some questions concerning the international traveling and studying experience and cultural different understanding, intercultural training participation, and intercultural interaction inside and outside the campus. And also we have the scale for measuring the intercultural sensitivity scale that's developed from the Chen and Starasta. So this scale reflect the 5 dimensions: interaction, engagement, respect for culture, and interaction confidence, interaction enjoyment, and interaction attentiveness. So when we talk about the result, as you know that you can see the level of intercultural sensitivity of the student in this study. So in the 5 different dimensions, so you can see that most study in overall that they exhibit the respect for the cultural difference. So with the high level and interaction enjoyment, and the interaction engagement, attentiveness, and confidence, they are in moderate, but in the overall they exhibit the high level of intercultural sensitivity. Okay, for the comparison of the level of intercultural sensitivity based on religious and intercultural factors. So the importance of religion at home, the importance of current religious beliefs, and the frequency of participation in Buddhist ceremonies, frequency contact with the peers outside and inside the campus has no effect on their intercultural sensitivity. However, the friends from the other cultures and religions, so they have their statistical significance. And despite the no statistical significance, so we have report that because in the question that we asked, so we have the student rated the how the important the frequency, and you can with the noting that the student that think the religious at home is important, so they show the higher intercultural sensitivity, as well as the current religious belief, and the student who participated the Buddhist ceremony, so they rated the highest, and they also for the contact with the peer from the other cultures and religions inside and outside campus, so they also rated the high intercultural sensitivity. We also seek for the have additional analysis for the gender and age and study abroad experience. So we found no statistical significance as well. But as you can see that the male tend to have the higher intercultural sensitivity, and with the age, with more age, with student with more age, so they become more interculturally sensitive. And also the student with the study abroad experience, so they tend to be more interculturally sensitive. For the discussion, so the results show that the participants show the higher level intercultural sensitivity. It may mirror the pervasiveness of the Buddhist teaching in intolerance, nonviolence, and respect for others in people's daily life. So in Thailand, you know that Buddhism is not just a religion or the way of life, it's the life itself. To extend that to be both good Thai and good Buddhist mean the same thing. Moreover, it's been noted that the role of religion of the individual life, communication, behavior, and cultural value is so deep to extend that it is unthinkable that the person has no religion. This can be further supported by the finding of previous studies showing that the positive association between religious and empathy and compassion. It means that the individuals who are empathic and compassionate are inclined to be interculturally sensitive. And however, the student high level of intercultural sensitivity does not indicate the outcome of the effort of their current institution in fostering cultural understanding. Because we can argue that because the students are at the outset of the undergraduate studies, so the research shows that the view held by this population who are in late adolescence or early adulthood reflect the great extent of the opinions of their close social circle with whom they share considerable length of time. And the second, they already had the last cross-cultural experience before enrolling to the university, because as you know that the majority of them had traveled abroad multiple times and studied abroad. And finally, they perceived the lack of courses or training dealing with the cultural diversity at the current institution. So because they're still on in their freshman years. So, however, the monocultural preference can yield the negative implications in campus setting as well. From the intercultural perspective, encountering the diversity help develop cultural awareness through the questioning on their own core value, beliefs, and assumption. Moreover, they are challenged to think and behave in unfamiliar ways, to seek information outside their own culture and religious scripts in order to make them sense to the new events. So if they have more chance to encounter that, so the student will have chance to widen their worldview and behavioral repertoire as properly and effectively operate in different cultural contexts. And experience of cultural differences can also help them recognize the contradictions and limitations of their own cultural and religious script, with the importance to develop of intercultural sensitivity. So, but by avoiding or rejecting, networking, and interacting from others from the other cultures and religion, so the student may be largely missing the opportunity for cognitive and affective growth. So despite the high level of intercultural sensitivity, the participants show the lack of interest in interacting and building friendship with their peers from the other cultures and religions. So the further study exploring the relationship between these religious beliefs and ethnocentrism and lack of interest in cultural interaction these students exhibited should be conducted. And also the courses or activities helping them develop the cultural understanding, practice appropriate responses, and encourage the interactions with the people from different cultures can help them to develop their intercultural familiarity. We also need the intercultural sensitive students to recognize the intercultural sensitive students in our campus, to acknowledge by the very outset of the university, to help the institution and the instructors to develop all the training or courses or integrate all the knowledge in order to help them to develop the intercultural sensitivity. So that's it for the my presentation. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, presenters Kun Yossiri, for your enlightening presentation. And we will now open the floor for our Q&A sections. If you have any questions or comments or discussion, please feel free. Professor, will you please share with us here?
Sure, thank you. Mr. Presenter, can you, Doctor, can you hear me?
Yeah, sure.
Sure, thank you. Interesting topic.
Professor, I think if you don't mind, please come over here and switch. Okay, sorry. So that everybody can see your face.
You want me to stay here or? You want to see my face?
Please.
All right. Okay. Thank you. I really appreciated that topic. I thought it's interesting. I think there's a lot to be researched in this area. I noted that your title didn't talk about religious belief, but didn't distinguish Buddhism. And I would just make the point that not all religions obviously are the same. And so the extent to which different religions lead to different intercultural outcomes needs to be recognized. Do you want to comment on that?
Yeah, right. Because now we just focus on just only one religion, because we found that the most of the participants that we have collected, they are just all the Buddhist students. So we just because we are now conducting another the follow up research as well on the other cultures, because we want to see the comparison between different cultures, because because as I mentioned that the people from one they when they are in group, they have the one religion, so they tend to gravitate and then they stick with all together. That's on my personal experience, that because when the student when we have like yeah.
But my point is,
Yeah.
I think in a couple of places in your slides, you made the point, and I
Yeah.
may be wrong, that religion, generally, religion leads to more intercultural sensitivity, and I don't believe that's true. I think it depends on the particular religion. So, for example, monotheistic religions are much more exclusive, are much more kind of, I'm right, you're wrong, than Buddhism, which is much more So I
Mm-hmm.
think you need. That's my first point. My
Mm-hmm.
second point is
Mm-hmm.
that this kind of questionnaire data, survey data, is interesting, but I would really encourage researchers in this area to combine survey data with focus groups or interviews to
Yeah,
go
yeah,
deeper. It feels like it's kind of a superficial, and just using statistical p-values
yeah.
doesn't get you very far, I
Yeah,
think.
yeah, yeah. I understand that. So yeah, we if we get more like more qualitative data, we can get the more insightful of the experience.
Well, when you
Yeah,
get explanatory data, you don't really have any explanatory data in a survey. So you get the survey results, and then you get the focus groups or interviews to provide more explanatory depth. And the third point I would
yeah.
make is that you made the point, and I would want to challenge this, that more engagement with cultural diversity leads to intercultural competence. Is that what the claim that you were making?
Can you repeat it again?
That engaging with cultural diversity
Yeah,
leads students to be more interculturally sensitive.
yeah, right.
The research shows that's not the case.
Mm-hmm.
The research shows that actually, I mean, I think what you're saying
Mm-hmm.
has the seeds to be correct,
Yeah.
but the research shows that without guidance, that
Hello.
Recording in progress. Language several times a week. It suggests that they have strong interest in learning foreign languages, which likely makes them have a greater motivation to use more to improve their language learning experience. However, the findings show that the users in organizing their work. Therefore, English major students were likely to use Hmong to learn their languages in a fun way, such as learning through watching movies and listening to songs, as found in maximum colonial study.ขอโทษนะคะเมื่อกี้พอดีเน็ตหลุดนะคะ
ครับ
สักครู่นะคะขอจะพรีเซนต์เสร็จแล้วใช่ไหมคะ
ใช่ครับ
โอเคค่ะสักครู่นะคะจะรอสักครู่นะคะ
Hello.
Hello
Hi.
Hi
Joined from browser.
Hi
Okay, please continue, Professor.
Okay.
Okay
Thank you. Sorry, we got cut off so much, and I really appreciated your topic. It's an interesting talk. But the point I was making when we got cut off, it's there's kind of a danger in assuming that as long as students are exposed to cultural diversity, they will automatically become interculturally competent. And there's been some interesting studies that show that um, when students engage with other cultures, perhaps without sufficient guidance as to how to manage the cultural differences they experience, they sometimes end up strengthening their prejudice.
Yeah, right. Because we understand that because based on the our finding here, so we are aware of that as well, and then we are
Right.
yeah we are aware of that, and then we concerned about this one as well. As you know that all the factors that have no significant relationship between these things as all that as you see in my result. But I just want to report what I have found from the from the from the data that we have first, and then to see to see this one, and then we extend to see explore more about that, because we have aware that, and we know that the it's based is because each religion they have different doctrines that they have teaching people to behave differently. So this one just the case of the just the other small group of the student with the Buddhist religion.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, sure. No, I hear what you're saying. In my comment, I was simply picking up on one of the bullet points somewhere in your slides
Yeah.
where you seem to imply that exposure to diversity automatically leads to competence, and it doesn't necessarily. But sorry, I don't want to dominate the floor. Does anybody else have any questions or comments? No? Yeah. So what can I ask you? What are your next steps?
The next step, I'm trying to find the comparative study between the student with different with different religions, and also because I have found the research they are exploring the factors affecting the intercultural sensitivity as well as the personality, because people with different personality traits they may exhibit differently, and then they perceive and then they believe in different aspects. So they may perceive people from different culture more differently.
Yeah. Something that you might be interested in is the new Common European Framework of Reference, the new
Yeah.
CEFR documents. You can find it online as a free downloadable. It's called the companion document or something or other,
Okay.
and it provides a really interesting kind of the understanding of intercultural competencies in the European context has been evolving, and
Okay.
there's a much greater emphasis now on what's called mediation.
Okay.
And so, if you're interested in looking at the latest research around the intercultural, the companion volume to the CEFR has got some really interesting. It's a free document. You can download it from the
Okay.
CEFR website, and it talks about mediation, which you might find quite interesting and up to date.
Okay. Thank you very much for your suggestion.
Yeah. Thank you,
Yeah,
and
thank you.
get in touch. Get in touch if you want to talk
Yeah.
about any of this anymore.
Sure. Thank you very much. It would be more. It will be best. Thank you.
My pleasure. Okay, thanks.
Thank you very much, professors, and thank you, Kun Yossiri, the presenters, and thank you everyone here. Okay, I think our morning session come to an end, and I would like to thank you everyone for your hard work, for your dedication that make this conference successful. Kun Yossiri, I really appreciate your hard work, and I look forward to your visit to our KMTL and maybe present your research papers on site here.
Okay.
This year, right?
Sure. Yes. Yes. Thank you very much.